Hello and welcome and welcome and hello and welcome. Sorry for the technical glitch there. It is Un Poco Moss. Another edition of Penny Stocks Are Incredibly Stupid with Danny Deals. Today we are talking Jaguar Health Inc. Ticker symbol is JAGX. This is the diarrhea stock. An interesting approach this company's taking. Now, many of you know this company's share price fell from like $1.7 million all the way down to 6 cents. And it sounds impossible, but if you add in heavy dilution, horrible financial deals over and over again over a period of years, combined with reverse splits, it is actually quite possible for a stock to fall. I can even just show you. On the chart, but let me share my screen with you guys. Welcome and hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me here today. I know you guys are wanting SoFi information. Not really much going on today. It's kind of sluggish. Obviously, they're killing those options. A lot of people got excited, probably bought calls there at 750 like a bunch of lemmings. But in any case, guys, we are talking JAGX, one of the horrible poopy penny stocks. They just reported earnings, very weak, but that wasn't really the point. What everybody's waiting for is the phase 3 data from their on-target clinical trial. It's basically cancer-related diarrhea, CTD. There's different names for it, but all these cancer treatments create horrible side effects, diarrhea being one of the main ones that cause people to stop their treatments or alter their treatments. Huge problem. So this natural substance derived from a tree in the rainforest, they've been going through these trials for many years. Horrible financial management, but there looks like there might be a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, when this stock recently fell to 6 cents, I was down like 80% on the stock. I was like, why not? I just tripled down at 6 cents because I'm an idiot, and lo and behold, the thing shot right back up to like 31 cents, and I was able to recoup almost all the money I put into it, and I still have a lot of shares. I'm kind of playing with house money at this point, so just have to see what happens. Probably would have been smart to just dump everything at 31 cents and move on, but when this P3 data comes out, if it's really good, and remember, this drug is already approved, Mytesi, for the, HIV-related diarrhea for those treatments, and so it's highly likely that it's going to be approved. Everybody knows it works. It's been sold in, like, health food stores and over-the-counter, and, native peoples have been using it in South America, I guess, for, many eons. So it's not a question of whether this thing prevents diarrhea. It's just a question of whether they can ramp up sales, stand up a sales force, market it. I mean, people speculated years ago when this company was sort of in favor, before sort of all the financial calamity, that this was going to be absolutely huge. I know the Bill Gates Foundation was involved in it. Some other people had commented on it, but over the years, they just burned so much money. They burned shareholders so much. I think it just turned into sort of a punchline of a stock. But the bottom line is, getting these natural substances through FDA trials is novel. It's not easy. It costs a lot of money. Now, if you were a shareholder in the past and your investment went to zero, that might be, it might be a bit of a sore spot. But the thing about stocks is you don't have a time machine, and you can't just judge everything by past performance. A stock could have performed horribly in the past, and it could be right at that inflection point where things turn around and there's a bright future. Now, that may or may not be the case here. And other stocks that may have been really good in the past, they go down. I have seen people get sucked in as Baba, fell, sort of the Amazon of China, and it just kept falling and falling. People are like, well, this was at 300. It's a great stock. I'm just going to buy at 150. I'm going to buy at 125. Blah, blah, blah. And, the stock just keeps on falling down to the 60s. And, sometimes, the light at the end of the tunnel is an oncoming train. Is that the case with Jaguar? Time will tell. This P3 data has to be good. Now, the thing with the on-target trial, they were promising us... sorry, guys, I have a tiny cold. I'm not, it's not a Don Jr. situation where I'm just doing tons of Peruvian wham. I'm far too fat to be a drug addict. But anyway, guys, what's going on? Welcome and hello and welcome. What's up, Danny Dimes? What's up, Lisa? What's up, JR? What's up, DC Lights Out? How's it going? No, I told my moderators take the day off. Nobody watches these penny stock videos. They're just kind of a thing I just do for fun. It obviously doesn't build any likes or subs or anything like that. But this has been literally one of the worst performing stocks in history. I think 36 is kind of a key level here. If you look at this, it bounced off 36 both May 3rd and May 4th. Tried to approach again May 14th. Was rejected, and it's just been in this little bit of a downtrend here since this big run from, look at this, guys. This stock was just down at 9 cents a month ago. So this has been just a huge run. I mean, the stock, 5x'd in like 2 months. It's just crazy how these penny stocks go. And then so the reason I say this is a key level, it was just running along this, rejected here, fell down below this level, about a year ago, and then last October through all the way through December, into December, it was trying to get through this 36-cent level. Came up above it twice, but just quickly pushed back down, and then over here you see was rejected soundly. It's come up above both the 50 and 150-day moving averages, but I just wouldn't read too much into that when the stock's down at 6 cents, and then they did a shelf offering. But Jaguar Health, basically the key is they licensed this Gelclair, which is this oral mouthwash that there's a huge amount of mouth pain, mouth sores associated with radiotherapy, chemotherapy, medications, disease, oral surgery, even braces, dentures, and aging. And this has been really well received. It reduces pain. It sort of creates this coating. Jaguar Health hired a new key personnel. If you look in the news, I forget exactly where it was. I think it was late last month. Let's see. They sponsored also a gastrointestinal conference in Abu Dhabi, which is very good. They got distribution in Turkey and some other Middle Eastern countries, had them buy a couple $1 million worth of stock. And this is where they licensed the Gelclair. So up to 40% of patients treated with chemotherapy develop oral mucositis. This percentage rises to 90% with head and neck cancers treated with chemotherapy and radiotherapy. So they end up being hospitalized. A key attribute in the management of head and neck cancer patients, Gelclair, in my experience, delay the onset, which the decrease of severity of oral mucosis. So this is a product they were able to license, and their new hire who's driving their sales was key to getting this. It just seems like a get because it looks like what Jaguar is trying to do is build a set of products that they sell around the side effects to cancer treatment. So it's a good strategy. They're not trying to cure cancer. They're trying to help alleviate the side effects to improve the quality of life so people are able to maintain their cancer treatments. And it's not just about, extending life, and it's also about quality of life. So I think Jaguar has sort of a very unique and what could be a very effective strategy here. Time will tell. Now, the company's just burned so much shareholder money. A lot of people are very bitter, myself included. Like I said, I tripled down at the bottom. It was just, it was a leap of faith because I just believe there's something here. There's been so much money put into this, so much effort, so many years, so many good things are happening for the company. For me, it's just hard to see the stock down at 6 cents and not at least average down to some degree. And it bounced a bit, but it bounced after coming down again from 1.6 million to 6 cents. So the fact that it 4x or 5x, I don't think means as much as people think it means. We have not seen the P3 data, and the P3 data, everyone is expecting that to be good, so that might already be priced in. But anyway, they hired Kathy Collins. She was instrumental in bringing about the Gelclair in-license agreement. She's a results-oriented commercial leader, 25 years experience in the biopharma industry, and we are thrilled that she's joined Jaguar's team. She said, "I'm very happy to have joined the Jaguar team, help add Gelclair to the company's only suite of FDA-approved prescription products. Cancer is chaotic because patients feel a loss of control over their life, their treatment, their supportive care needs. We can help cancer. And they go on to say, why this is significant, how it's going to help, how they're going to say it. We're expanding the footprint beyond HIV-related supportive care, and really they're going into cancer. Thank goodness HIV market is getting smaller and smaller because the drugs are getting better and better, and there's less people with severe side effects from those treatments, and that's amazing. That's been bad for Jaguar Health sales with HIV-related care, but, overall it's a great thing because those medicines, those patients are just not experiencing those horrible side effects anymore like they probably were a decade or more ago. So anyway, guys, they're moving into cancer. It's much magnitudes larger market. Cancer-related therapies are everything for the future of this company. They're also SBS, short bowel syndrome, microvillus inclusion disease. All these other companies are submitting these investigational drug applications. Europe, United States. They've got a lot of things going on besides just this P3 trial. Hello and welcome, and hello and welcome anymore, everybody. Alberto's here, Not a Lurker's here. I had no moderators, now I have 2 moderators. Welcome and hello, guys. Welcome and hello and welcome. Other than that, not too much going on with the company. Again, resistance looks pretty strong at 36, has to break through that. Then I think it's got a free run to $1. There's not a huge short on the stock, but this Gelclair medication, this is not a complete game changer, but it's important. It's another thing they can sell to the same people. The same, it's the same people that are going to be having the diarrhea side effects are also going to be having these oral side effects. So, it gives them a twofer. It gives them a second product that their sales force can sell, and it just makes everything more efficient when you have more scale. You have more, basically you're pitching one product. It's just tremendously inefficient. That's why these small companies standing up their own sales force is so costly, and it takes so much time, and it's so difficult. So the fact that they have a 25-year industry veteran in here making this happen, and the fact that they have this second FDA-approved product that they didn't have to put any money at all into developing, I think is critical. But what is this P3 data going to say? It was supposed to be there Thanksgiving. It wasn't there. They said it's coming Q1. It wasn't there. CEO Lisa came out and said, hey, it's an algorithm thing. It's a tabulation thing. The data is safe. We're going to, correct the algorithm, rerun the data. It's coming out imminently. That was a couple months ago, I think. Now it's, we're well halfway through the second quarter. The data's not here. When the ER came out just a couple of days ago, she said data's imminent. So a lot of people are speculating it's going to come out maybe next week. If it was just an algorithm issue and all they would have to do is fix, some coding and then rerun the data, I don't see why that would take, several months to do. The follow-on thing with the data late last year, that makes sense. They remain blinded. A lot of the patients wanted to continue, so they get more data. They get a better study. I understand that. What I just don't understand is why the CEO, why the management doesn't know that's going to happen. They don't know what's going on. It seems like the right hand and the left hand, the folks contracted to conduct the study, and the Jaguar management sort of aren't in coordination, which I guess is good because they really shouldn't, know obviously have any knowledge of what's going on in a double-blind study. But at the same time, in terms of endpoints, in terms of when things are going to be reported, it just looks very sloppy and chaotic and doesn't inspire much confidence in management. They also had another really good hire. Like a really, really seasoned executive, I think an Italian guy hired by Napo, and I guess he was instrumental in putting together the deal with the Turkish distribution and stock purchase. So the really positive thing for me has nothing to do with the ER. It's that they're bringing on 2 really seasoned industry pros to execute their growth and sell this product once they get sort of the preordained FDA approval. Now, if they don't get FDA approval and the data's bad, this thing is falling like a rock to zero. Because that's really, I think at this point, the stock is 4 or 5x. I think that's more priced in than people think. People think, oh, this is going to go to $5 with good P3. I think you're totally crazy. They added a lot of shares. There's 300 million shares. There's no sales. The HIV sales have been minuscule. The Gelclair thing is just getting going. So I think the market's going to want a lot of proof of this turnaround before they get too excited. But anyway, guys, this one has just been absolutely horrible for most investors. But if you got in at the lows here, it bounced. You could have made a lot of money. But this is why these penny stocks are just kind of, as Chris Norland says, is one of the smartest guys on YouTube, probably the most honest. These things are lottery tickets, folks. Don't buy them. They can run up rapidly. They can go to zero rapidly. You just never know. The fundamentals behind this one are the reason I'm still hanging on to some shares. I definitely took some profits on that bounce to 31, but I just want to see what happens. I think if this thing does get FDA approval and they are able to get their sales together, in a few years they could be selling an absolute ton of the Mytesi product in terms of not just the cancer-related, approval. Hopefully, if that comes through with the FDA, but there's a lot of other diseases that cause diarrhea and are debilitating, and in theory, Jaguar could sell this to all of them under prescription, and it would just be tremendously profitable. They'd be moving a lot of volume. But time will tell. Could also go straight to zero, and that is quite likely with many of these penny stocks. Anyway, guys, would like to thank Alberto. Would like to thank Not a Lurker. Thank you all for being here. Lisa, appreciate you guys. Might get out a SoFi video later, just see if there's anything interesting to talk about. Certainly there wasn't anything here, but it's UnPocoMas, guys. My name's Danny Deals. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Have a good day. Peace. I'm out of here.